Welcome to Cool Discussions and our Entertainment Wednesday Weekly.
Hope you got your popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn.
Grab your popcorn, grab your pop, grab your soda, grab your beer, whatever you want to grab.
Yeah, you're at home. You could have a beer or that glass of wine and
Hey,
some cheese.
even if you're at work, have a beer anyways. I'm giving you permission. Tell your boss, Barry from Cool Discussions. And if he doesn't know who we are, show him the video. You both sit down, have some beers, watch us, yell at your screen, tell us we're idiots, tell us we're great, whatever we want to do. But today we're going to talk about, what are we talking about, Chris?
We're talking about two movies. Hardcore Henry and Maximum Ride.
We'll start off with Maximum Ride.
Okie dokie.
And how bad it was. Ladies and gentlemen, do not watch this movie.
Do you
Okay.
hate me? Like,
All right.
What did I do to you?
I picked this movie. This was my movie because I thought it was going to be interesting. I read the little synopsis. And I was like, hey, this could be interesting. And, I had a hard time even focusing on the movie itself.
I'll give them this, because in the synopsis of the movie, it did say 6 mutant children have to save one of their own. And it's like, oh, great, more mutants.
Cool.
No. It sounds interesting. I'm going to give the show kudos for making these mutant children have wings. Not the X-Men type mutants.
That's what I thought. I was like, X-Men. This sounds like X-Men.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
it was going to be
out.
like a cheesy X-Men.
Yeah.
No, all these children had wings.
It was worse than the cheesy X-Men. But anyways.
This movie belongs... It's felt like a CW made-for-TV movie.
Yes.
And the problem is that all the CW shows have way better graphics.
And they still...
They were just horrible. No, CW isn't that bad.
So...
But anyways...
This movie apparently was based on a book. I did some research. I looked at the wiki page, and it was based on a book, a series of books.
Oh, a series of books.
And this movie had trouble being released, being made. There was tons of trouble while filming, and it was finally released this past August to digital only, with reason. I thought the story was okay. Like, the story was, like Chris was saying, it was about mutant children. They were held captive. They were made into these mutants with wings. They could fly. And they were kept, and they escaped because one of their own was taken away or some shit.
They escaped from their cage a long time ago, and then when they were young, and then they grew up a little bit to teens, and then one of them was captured, and they had to go rescue her.
Yeah.
So
that was their story.
Yeah.
And I thought if they had better actors, the acting was so bad that it made me, I couldn't even focus on the story and what they were saying because it was so bad. I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, like, oh.
Yeah. Apparently, the ratings on the Netflix actually do mean something.
Yeah, it really did.
I know that they do mean something, but I was like, you know what? I like to base my own opinion, and I happen to agree with the stars. It was like one and a half, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm like, I'm gonna block this out. I'm gonna watch this show, and I'm gonna come to my own conclusion. And my conclusion is maybe 1.5 was too many.
Yeah,
stars.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It is not worth watching. I think they were trying to set it up so they can make more, and yeah, it's bombed so hard that book series is done.
Just take this movie. If you're looking at Netflix and going, maybe, and you put it on your list because you were like, oh, maybe I'll watch this. Go right now. Pause this. Okay, pause this. We'll give you a second to pause it, and go take it off your list and never watch it. Don't even think about watching it. If it comes up in your suggestions, be like, Netflix, you're dumb. Netflix, get off my screen. Close that Netflix and watch Crave TV if this is on your suggestions. Man, what a waste of 2 hours that was.
Yes, it was.
Now we're not going to talk about it anymore because that's how bad it was. Do not watch it.
Yeah,
ever.
No.
Now, what was the next movie we watched?
Hardcore Henry. Ooh. Now, this movie I would love to see available as a
real movie,
as a VR.
For all you people who this movie came out with a little bit of fair, from what I remember, because of the way it was shot. It was shot in a first-person view.
Total first-person perspective. So you look down, you have legs. You move your arm like this. You see it exactly like that.
Yeah, it's like you're just in a...
So when the guy's shooting, like, he has guns out like this. Looking
For me, I got a little bit nauseous watching it because it took a little bit of getting used to.
Motion sickness?
A little bit of motion sickness. But I thought the cool aspect was that when he shot somebody or when he was in action scenes, it was really cool to see. Because when he shot somebody or killed somebody, it was from like you were doing it yourself. So it was really cool. I thought that, but other than that, it was a very hard. It distracted me from the story. Distracted me from watching what was going on. Like, I understood, like, all right, this guy was made into the, I don't know, oh, okay. But it was very, like, oh, man. Like, pause, take a break.
Personally, I would think that, how they have the little VR goggles for your phone, you can put it on.
Yeah.
If you put it on, lie down, and just watch the movie that way with, total immersion.
I don't think I would take well to VR. I think I would get sick.
I personally think it would be a really awesome way to watch that movie.
I agree, yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was actually pretty good.
I enjoyed it because of the action.
Yeah, the action was... And the thing is, they didn't stop for very long. It's like the opening sequence, not even 5 minutes in, all of a sudden people are dying. And then more action. And it just keeps going. There is very little pausing. I think close to just before the climax, the finish of the end, there's like 15-minute space where there's a little bit of a musical number, and you kind of go, did somebody take some drugs and forget to write the rest of the script?
Probably. It's that filler part.
Yeah, which was fine. The guy who does the acting against him, who plays multiple characters, he was in District 9, the South African guy. He's really interesting. He can actually play a wide variety of roles, which was a bit of a surprise considering his accent. You kind of peg him for certain things, but he was able to do the scientist, the hippie, military guy, British guy.
I just, like I said, I think it took away from the movie. I would like I'd like to see it in a non-first person view to see what the movie was actually like about. Because to me, it was a little bit hard to follow. But maybe it's just my brain is slow.
Maybe the action scene at the end would have been better seeing it outside instead of here, because it is really, really crowded. Because when you're fighting, you're not just looking at a guy. You have to dodge. You're moving. So when he's doing all this stuff and getting hit,
kind of makes you go, whoa.
The camera jerks all of a sudden, and it's just like, what the hell's going on? Kicking. I think they got first-person perspective really right, because in video games, it felt very much like a video game. Mm-hmm. In video games, with the exception of Halo, when you look down, you don't have legs. When you have a gun, it's in a very, very weird spot in comparison to where it would be in real life. This one, you look down, he had his chest, he had to plug himself in a couple times, his legs are right there,
Yeah, it was very real. It was very... Yeah. It was well shot for what they were going for.
Yeah.
But to me, let's just limit that type of view. Let's just... Like, I don't think that it would make a good regular thing. It's like 3D.
Yeah,
I don't like 3D. Okay. And to me, I still enjoy just watching a movie where I can follow the story and go, oh, okay, I get it. Because, like I said, it took away from it. But the action scenes were great. I love the action scenes.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. Like, watching somebody get shot in the face from a first... I was like, oh my gosh. Cool.
It was really
watching that dude, take his eyeball out and, cut the dude's... That was cool.
And the thing is okay, when he took his eyeball out, half the screen turned to the other eyeball. He's going around.
That was cool. That was absolutely... That was great.
Oh, it was... well done movie.
You need to check this one out.
Yeah,
this is a recommend.
It is definitely
just because of the way it was shot.
Yeah. Be forewarned. You suffered motion sickness a little bit.
If you have motion sickness, don't watch it because you're gonna.
Well, you try, but you might find you want to take a.
I don't suffer from if I get spun around a lot, I get sick. But other than that, I can go on roller coasters and fun rides. So I got a little bit when I watched it. So I can imagine a movie theater watching that going.
Oh yeah, that would have been quite the interesting little ride. But it's everything. It's good enough. they go from action sequence to action sequence. The action sequence are varied from sequence to sequence. It's not all just fisty fights. It's not all just shooting.
Yeah,
it's
there's some knives. There's some everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. The guy grabs a bottle and he grabs a wine bottle while he's running down the street. He's running with the wine bottle and he goes, whoo! The guy goes thunk, goes down, goes over, grabs him. It's good, but it's when they first, it's a little trippy in parts, which is totally fine. And the villain is actually pretty good. He's not a fully fleshed out villain, but for a 2D villain, yeah, he's good. He's good to watch. Yeah,
yeah. It was. I would watch it just like I said, just because of the way it was shot. Maybe don't do it while you're high or on drugs or drunk. That might be a bad idea.
You might enjoy
maybe it'll make it better.
That's the thing. It's one of those ones you can watch sober or stoned, and probably get enjoyment out of it.
Maybe. That would make me feel weird if I was drunk watching that. That's for sure. Alright guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, because every Wednesday we're going to be doing some entertainment stuff. Alright, and you can check us out other days. We talk about everything, so don't forget to tell your friends about it. And go check these movies out and let us know what you think below. Alright guys, have a great Wednesday. See ya tomorrow.